Then yesterday, on the anniversary of 9/11, Joe Biden was in Alaska. And, of course, took the occasion to talk about and make it about himself and football.
That's unusual.
To renew our sacred vow, never forget.
Wait a minute. Not this one. Do we have the other one? The football one? Clip 16.
It's good to see you. Governor and I have something in common. We're both from Scranton, Pennsylvania. I wish I had him playing in my high school ball club that I was playing.
Oh, my God.
But I could have been an All-American having you in front of me.
Because, of course, he was a running back. No, wait, he wasn't a running back. He was a wide receiver or something. Or then he was going for the same position on the Navy football team that Roger Staubach was going.
Okay.
Except for the fact that...
Just had a blocker. Lead blocker. I could have been somebody.
And again, he's commenting on some guy's muscle, right?
Yeah.
Or size or whatever.
He likes that governor of Alaska.
I tell you another thing. His muscles.
Right.
They glisten in the sunshine.
And what a better time for small talk about olden times, playing football.
And making it about football and about you on 9/11.
Yeah.
The 22nd anniversary in Alaska about 9/11. Well, no, not about 9/11. It's about you, as always.
So now let's see that other clip here, shall we?
Gosh. Is this the...
to renew our sacred vow, never forget. Never forget. We never forget. Each of us, each of those precious lives stolen too soon when evil attacked. Ground Zero in New York. And I remember standing there the next day and looking at the building. I felt like I was looking through the gates of hell. It looked so devastating.
Did you
because
memorize?
the way you could, from where you could
He
stand.
remembers it.
Yeah.
He remembers it. And, of course, it didn't happen, but he remembers it. He remembers it the next day. In his book, Promises to Keep, he writes something similar. I could see a brown haze of smoke hanging in the otherwise crystal clear sky beyond the Capitol dome. I headed back to the Capitol the next morning. No. Sorry, that's not right.
No, it's on so many ways to prove it, too.
It's another fat freaking lie.
Yeah, I mean, he was on the floor of the Senate on
The
September
next day.
12th. Yes,
Yeah.
he did Charlie Rose that night, September 12th.
From Washington, right?
Yes, from Washington.
From Washington, D.C.
Yep.
So he was in Washington doing the Senate vote. Then they had a Senate meeting at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Then he was doing Charlie Rose that night. He's a stinking liar. He can't tell the truth. It's impossible for this guy. He was not there the next day.
And he went there, 9 days later?
Yeah, he was there, I believe, on September 20th. Okay, so he was there. Why can't you just talk about a week later or a little over that? I was standing there. First chance I got to go to New York. And I was standing there. And I could see the brown hair. Whatever, but why do you have to lie about it and say it was the next day?
That's his natural instinct.
Yeah, the truth is never acceptable to him.
So we have this new gizmo thing here.
We do.
That Chris set up.
Pat Gray Pinocchios.
Pat Gray Pinocchios. So, after having weighed all those facts...
So how many Pat Pinocchios should he get for this?
How many do you think?
I mean, he did go on the 20th. So
but he said the next day.
He did say the next day. That's obviously a lie. So obviously deserves one. I'm going to give him two. I'm going to give him two Pinocchios.
Just the two?
Yeah. Two Pinocchios.
Okay, what's our scale up to? Technically, it's 5?
Technically, it's 5. Because 5 is your pants are on fire.
Okay.
Pants are on fire, okay.
So it's 4, and then your pants are on fire.
Wow, okay.
Yes.
I mean, I think you got to give him at least a 3. I mean, he was way off.
Well, he was 8 days off.
Okay.
Is that egregious?
I just want to say that we give more credit.
Yeah.
We're getting more
I
credit than
know.
Washington Post.
That's for
Is the
sure.
Washington Post literally sitting like,
That's for
well, let's
sure.
be fair.
No.
He was there 8 days. Like, this is more fair than any fact checking out there right now.
And he doesn't deserve it.
No,
Frankly,
he doesn't.
he doesn't deserve
But we
it.
still give him 2.
Let's stay with 3. Let's go
All
to
right.
3.
We'll go to
Okay.
3. You
Yay.
convinced me because I'm not feeling generous.
You know, we were
where
talking-
he's concerned.
We were talking last week about how the press is turning on him. They
Yeah.
don't want him running again.
They don't.
And this is it's just stunning that yesterday CNN did this 2-page fact check on this Ground Zero claim.
Oh, okay.
And in it, they talked about how another false claim about his own past. They didn't just stick to his 9/11 stuff.
Wow.
They went and they talked about the bridge in Pittsburgh that he lies about.
Oh, yeah. He was there that day and watched the bridge fall.
Right.
If you remember correctly.
They talked about Ange and the Amtrak story. They
wow.
talked about being arrested at civil rights protests.
Jeez.
They talked about used to drive an 18-wheeler. They talked about him saying that he was at the Pittsburgh synagogue.
My gosh.
That's CNN.
So many.
They want him. And by the way, so on brand for this Marxist administration yesterday on the 22nd anniversary of Islamic terrorists taking down buildings in America, killing up to 3,000 people.
Mm-hmm.
That day, the Biden administration has to announce a deal with a terrorist regime
right.
in Iran
Yeah.
of a hostage swap
Yep.
and
$6
$6
billion.
being freed up for Iranians, for that government. And there was a tweet about cooperation with Saudi Arabia. And you know that was
amazing.
intentional by these Marxists.
It's crazy.
Oh, so maddening.
It's crazy.